Hey, good morning, everybody. So I wanted to continue on today on my YouTube channel here with the letters of the ABCs of money. Excuse me. And I wanted to do letters E and F today. I've been putting a lot of thought of this in lately. So I went with E. I went with educating yourself, education when it comes to financial literacy. Um, it seems like an obvious thing, right? Educating yourself on how to be better with money, what you need to do, all that. But this little fact that I found really kicks it off, I think, and it's according to Penny Hoarder. I'm going to read it right off. Did you know that towards the end of last year alone, 2021, close to 56 percentage of people were still not using a monthly budget. Um, this doesn't mean they're not educating themselves necessarily, but it just means they're not consistently keeping track of what's coming in and what is going out. It's kind of the whole theory of what I used to say, throwing darts at the board and hoping for the best, right? It's not that, I mean, maybe they don't believe in it. They might want to do it, or they could do it because a large portion of these individuals don't even know how to build a budget, or they've never done the task at all, period. It's one of the options probably that I just discussed there. But the best way I think in terms of education and how to educate yourself with money includes a couple things. Read books. Not everyone loves to read, right? And do some research. There's a lot of great books out there. If you're a beginner of money or budgeting, my favorite is The Complete Guide to Money by Dave Ramsey. Is a really good basic starter book, how to understand what budgeting means and like words and like different financial words and all that. And it really gets you kicked off. He has a more in-depth book when you get to like a beginner intermediate with your money, and that's called The Total Money Makeover, and that's where he gets into his baby steps, which are really cool and all that. But it's good couple books to read to get you started and get you going and all that. One of my other favorite books is actually an old one, but a goodie. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it's really just a good overall book of theories that he built up over the years, and that's he's updated the book since then. It was probably from the 90s or the 2000s and stuff like that, but it's a really great book. You really should get that educated. Um, and then you can do research online, obviously. Second, you got to educate yourself with people that know more than you. That's in everything, not just in money. I learned that early in my career in general. It's pretty much everything in life. When you want to prepare yourself for a better knowledge of a certain topic, such, I'll use my example, my coaching, I went to the experts, right? I went to the people that were going to there and train me to become a better coach and run a business and et cetera. It's the same with you. Um, when I want to build certain skills within my coaching or something related to my family and all that, I watch a lot of YouTube. I go to the experts. I find the people, my wife does it too. Find the people that know how to organize your house or do this with your kids and their learning system. And my case, financial coaching, how to better coach people, how to do this, how to do that. It's accessible. It's accessible, and it's in anything, even at your job. You should be reaching out to the people that have been there for 20 years and saying, "Hey, can you teach me a few things?" I mean, it's not going to hurt. And then lastly, if all else is failing, I guess you could say, you just need a whole money makeover, getting started. You tried things, you read books, you still are just don't have the motivation. That's what we're here for, financial coaches, right? So a coach will help you get the budget started, maybe if that's your case, or get back on a budget because you're just a mess right now. Manage your debts. Everyone's probably going to be into some debts, I assume, with Christmas coming up. Um, Gain control of the money. You can worry less because of this and start feeling like you're running the ship going forward. Um, yeah, so it's all about education, which would then lead us into an interesting topic. F. I tried to think of some, like, there's so many F words, right? Like finances, financial literacy, and all this other stuff. I went with financial freedom because a lot of people use this term and it gets tossed around a lot. And it's a phrase that doesn't have one definition in my mind. Um, what I mean by that is like each individual's financial freedom is a different definition in my mind. Might look different. Maybe your freedom is completely paying off all your debt and never worrying about debts ever again. That's a great freedom. It's probably one of my freedoms. Um, Another person might just be having minimal debt, but the money they make is plenty and they don't have to worry about going deep into debt and being scared every time their paycheck comes in. You know, they got enough money. Hey, I got enough money. I got minimal debt, a little bit credit card or a car or a slight mortgage or whatever, but that's cool, because I'm in control. I can spend my money when I need to. If I want to go on vacation, I can go on vacation. Want to put more and more and more towards my retirement, hopefully, I got that there. Maybe that's a financial freedom for some people. You know, um, the basic definition is having a dependable income and feeling in control of your finances. So, based on that definition, I kind of want you to take a moment to think about what in your personal world it means to you, financial freedom. Take a minute, comment below what you think it means to yourself. If you got it, good. Now, if you don't feel like you're in control, um, do you feel like maybe you make enough money to live easily, like I was discussing? I bet a lot of us don't. I always, with two kids and everything else, I always feel like I'm trying to find more money, side hustle ideas. Could I sell this? Can we sell on marketplace? Can we do that? They'll try and make extra money whatever way you was or can, and that's not a bad thing at all. So I guess in summary of this topic, there's not really one definition of financial freedom. It's individualized. It is what defines your personal lifestyle. Um, Financial, freedom to an extent can be achieved, but it takes work. I've said that a lot before. It takes practice. You're like Allen Iverson, if you know basketball. Practice. We're talking about practice, right? It takes patience. You're not going to wake up one day and just say, woohoo. It took 1 week or 1 month and I'm all out of debt. I'm financially free. We got to keep going after this, right? You got to keep going. You can't just wake up and say, all right, it's all done. Because then something comes up, right? A couple months later, your heater goes out. This goes out. And things just keep happening. If you own a house or whatever, have kids, it never stops. So you got to just keep going. And that's the hardest part, I think. So hopefully this was helpful. If you haven't watched the beginning of the ABC series, head back, ABC for Money series, head back and watch a couple of those videos. Um, Letters A through D, I think it can be quite useful. Make sure you subscribe, share this with anyone that you think might be helpful for them. And yeah, comment below, what financial freedom means to you. I'm looking forward to it. And as always, there's links below. If you really need some help, you get a free chat with me. Make sure you click on the link in the below comments, set up a free call. And yeah, let's see what your definition of financial freedom is, and we'll get you on track. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next YouTube.